What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Slasher44, and I just got home from work, and I thought it would be a damn good time to start talking about some top 5 weapons in Black Ops 3. So this game has been out for a while, and I've played it a crap load, and I think I have a pretty good handle on what are the best weapons in this game. But it's weird, this game has such good weapon balancing that if you go online and just search up top 5 weapons, Black Ops 3, everyone will have different weapons. Like, there's really no, like, for example, if we're talking about advanced warfare, every single person who made the top 5 weapons in that game had the BAL and ASM one as numbered 1 and 2. Everyone. Just no matter who you looked at. It's different for every single person. I love that. I think that's an absolutely awesome thing. But you came here, and to be honest, you're in the right place because this is the best top 5 weapons in Black Ops 3. So I'm psyched to get into it, so let's get it started. So the number 5 weapon was the hardest one to choose. The other ones really fell into place kind of easily, but this one was very difficult to decide because there are so many just a bit above average weapons in this game. Like, for example, for number 5, I chose the VMP, and I'll explain why in a second, but this weapon could be replaced by guns like the KN-44, by the Kuda, by the Vesper, by the HVK, by the Argus shotgun. Like, these guns are all above top tier weapons, but just don't quite get in there. And the reason why I chose the VMP, because it has a really fast fire rate, it's easy to stay on target, where if you look at a gun like the Vesper, it's a little bit harder to stay on target, and it's just all around a very good weapon. There isn't too many stats with it that are considered to be bad. It's just very, very strong and very, very steady. Now, I've watched some other people's top 5s, and they had it even higher. They had it at like number 1, and I completely disagree with that. I think it's just a solid 5th place weapon. I think it's right up there. It's a very, very good weapon, but it's nowhere near number 1, just because its damage isn't quite as high as I think it needs to be in this game, considering that there are weapons in this game that get 2-bullet kills. Hint, hint. But let's move on. Let's check out number 4. So at number 4, I chose the M8A7. Now, this gun has scratched off of so many people's lists so quickly in Black Ops 3 because it's just not as good as it was in the beta, because it was a freaking god gun in the beta. But that's not the case. That's not the case whatsoever. This thing is still a very good weapon because it has a good fire rate with a good damage profile with an excellent accuracy. And if I'm supposed to compare it to any gun from a past Call of Duty, probably the FAMAS from Modern Warfare 2. It feels a lot like that, and that's definitely a good thing. Or of course, like the M8 from Black Ops 2, but that's too easy of a comparison right there. So this gun is very, very strong. It takes a little bit to get used to, but overall, it does very, very well. In fact, most burst weapons in this game are pretty strong weapons. Like, they're really, really good. This one just happens to be up in the top 5. Now, using this weapon, you're definitely not going to want to be right up close, because guns like the VMP that we just talked about will beat you. But if you're mid to long range, you're going to win a lot of gunfights with this weapon, and it definitely deserves the 4th place spot on this list. And wow, that was a tongue twister. If you follow me on Twitter, you definitely wouldn't expect this gun to be on the list, because I was literally smashing it about a week ago. At number 3, we have the Farrow SMG. It's a burst SMG, and when I first used this gun, I'm like, I don't understand the hype behind this gun. It makes no sense. And then I really started to use it. I used it and used it and used it until I got used to the weapon. And let me tell you, when you get used to this thing, it drops everyone. From short to mid-range, you win gunfights like there is no tomorrow. It is absolutely insane. This thing has an awesome damage profile. On top of that, has a really awesome fire rate. But the drawback is it's a burst action SMG. And this is the part that really confused me. I didn't understand how to use it. And the fact is, you can't miss bullets with this gun. You have to be accurate, because if you get those first bullets on someone, you win the gunfight, no matter what. If you get that first burst on, you win. And that is an awesome feeling once you get this weapon down. And that is why I love this weapon so much, because if you're the better player, you're going to win the gunfight with this weapon. And that's super awesome. I love this weapon, and if you don't like this weapon at first, if you give it a shot, because I'm recommending it right now, don't write it off right away. The one tip I can give for you is I definitely enjoy using a red dot sight on this weapon, even though it doesn't need it, simply because it is that important to get that first burst on your enemies. So definitely give this weapon a try out. If you don't like it at first, stick it out, and maybe you'll end up like me, absolutely loving it. So if you've watched my videos in the past about Black Ops 3, you probably know what's coming in at spot number 2 and number 1. But in number 2, we have the Shiva. I love these slow firing weapons in this game, and it's something we really haven't seen before. Super slow firing weapons that drop people in 2 bullets. This is one of them. This one has a super slow fire rate. It's about 250 RPM, which is like shotgun slow. That's how slow it is we're talking, but it drops everyone in 2 bullets, especially if you throw on a long barrel. And if you throw a high caliber on, you're looking at one-shot headshots, which again, for an assault rifle, absolutely incredible. Not to mention the accuracy on this weapon is one of the best in the game, better than the M8A7, which I already praised earlier in this video. So definitely a weapon you're going to want to try out in this game. Again, it's not the easiest weapon to use because of that slow fire rate, but once you master it, once you get used to exactly when to pull that trigger, you will destroy. There is nothing more to say about that. At any distance, short, medium, or long, you will come out most of the time on top. Even if you're facing something like a VMP up close, if you get the first bullet on them, you win. You need one more bullet, that's it, and you won. Meanwhile, they, most of the time, need 4. So that's how amazing this weapon is. And let me tell you, if you get used to this weapon, and you get used to where you need to be on maps to successfully use this weapon, you will have a very high kill death and do very, very well in pretty much every single match you use this weapon for. In fact, this is one of the only weapons on this list that I think may get banned in MLG events. So coming in at number 1, the big kahuna, the grand poobah, the bee's knees, the king of the jungle, we got the Gorgon. You could probably see this coming a mile away. I've said my praises about this gun many, many times, but it is underused and overpowered as all hell. A lot of you said that this gun is not overpowered. I still think it is. If you just avoid at all costs being up close with anyone, you will win every single gunfight you get into, because this is just like the weapon we talked about previously, always a 2-bullet kill, but it's fully automatic. That's it. It's just a little bit better than the weapon we just talked about. The one thing you do give up with this weapon is fast movement, but it's kind of made up for if you know how to move quickly with slide abilities, with things like that. This gun is god tier. It is literally my favorite weapon to use in this game, and it drops people like there is no tomorrow. That being said, you're going to see a lot of gameplays where I don't use it. The reason being is because I play a lot of Kill Confirmed, and in Kill Confirmed, you need to be picking up dog tags to win the game, and the one bad thing about it, you can't move quickly. If you're playing a game type such as Team Deathmatch, Domination, Capture the Flag, Demolition, anything where you need a point man, you will win. You will just use this gun, drop the mic. That's it. I love this weapon, and if you guys haven't gave it a shot yet, definitely do it. I know it's kind of weird for LMGs to be good in Call of Duty, considering in Call of Duty Ghost and Advanced Warfare, they were nothing to talk about. In this game, it's a whole nother deal. Literally, this gun, the Dingo, the BRM are all very, very strong. The Gorgon happens to be the best gun in the game, in my opinion. So, what I want to hear your opinion. I want to know what your favorite 5 weapons are in the comment section below. Don't be afraid to comment saying all 5. I read every single one of my comments, and if you have a good list, I'll write back at you. I promise I will read your comment. I read 100% of my comments, no matter what. And I think that's really important to stay in contact with your subscribers. So, if you enjoyed this video, it would be super greatly appreciated to leave a like rating. I put a lot of work into it, and that would be fantastic. Check me out on Twitter, link in the description. It is the best way to stay in contact with me. And leave some comments. I really want to hear what your favorite 5 weapons are, because literally, they are different for every single person I talk to, and I love that. So let me know that in the comment section below. And subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you enjoy my videos, if you like what you see here. hit that subscribe button, and be updated every single day on my new Call of Duty videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.